Hi, it's Angie from Sunnyside Up Living Blog. One of my resolutions this year was to make some more sustainability swaps in our home, things that would be better for the environment. And so today I wanted to share those with you. Let's get started. Let's start talking a little bit about sustainability swaps and what you can do to be a better steward of the environment, things that your family can do to be a little bit less wasteful. Now, Matt and I moved into this house about 3 years ago. And even though we had always recycled, we recycled newspaper and cans and plastic, we always did that, and we had curbside. But now that we're in this fixer-upper farmhouse, we're in a more rural area, and we have to make the trips to the recycling center in our town on our own. And that's no problem at all. We do that on a regular basis. Now, when the pandemic first started and we were on lockdown, we were spending, just like everybody, a lot more time at home. And one of the things that I noticed was just how much we were throwing out. And even though we had always been recyclers, it was a revelation to me that we were throwing so many things out, and maybe we could just make a couple little tweaks to the things that we were doing. When we moved here, I decided to start a Grove subscription, and I really like that company. They make a lot of easier, simple living products that you can reuse instead of throwing out all the time. And so many of the products that I'm talking about today are going to be Grove products, but I wanted to let you know, in case you were interested in Grove and you want to take some steps to choose some more sustainable things, recycle more products, that would be a great jumping off place. One of the reasons I really like that subscription is that I get a monthly reminder from them that I have an order that's going to be shipping soon. I can go into my cart and I can delete things that I ordered last month and then change it up and just add what I want for this month. And because they have so many new products coming out all the time, if there's something that I wanted to try, then I can just add that to the cart. And with my subscription, I also get a nice discount. So that's a great thing for us. So one of the swaps that we want to make this year, and we've started to, but we have a decent amount of paper towels to still go through, are switching from paper towels to these European dishcloths. You may be familiar with these, Grove has them. But basically, they're like a fiber kind of material, and what you do is, like, they're rigid, they're flexible, but they're still pretty rigid. And you just put them under water and they soften up, and then you can use those to wipe up your spills and everything else. So we just noticed that we were constantly grabbing paper towels, using them, tossing them, etc. And it's not like we're huge mess makers. So something like this is perfect for us. We can use them several times. You just wring them out. And then when you're done cleaning up your mess, you can just toss them in the laundry. So I just wash them and then I let mine air dry, and then that way they just get right back into this kind of shape, and then you just put them in with your dishcloths and everything else for storage, and you can use them over and over again. So as we're whittling down our paper towel supply, we're definitely planning on using these on a more regular basis. One of the other Grove decisions that we made is when we moved here, and we had so many cleaning supplies, and I was just like, kind of disgusted with myself, like, how did I have all that? Like, I don't think I stockpiled that, but I know, when you go to Costco, sometimes you get like a 3-pack of things, and we just don't have as much extra space here. We don't have as much storage space. We had a big house before, and as we were starting to use up some of our cleaning supplies, I definitely wanted to look at ways that I could use less. And one of the products on Grove that I love are these spray bottles. I believe you can get single bottles, but I bought a 3-pack, and then each one of these little silicone sleeves is color coded. I like these silicone sleeves because it just makes them easier to grab. They're not quite as slippery. And then all you do is Grove has this boxed set of essential cleaners. They just come in these little glass bottles that you could also just, take the label off when you're done and reuse for something. I always need some kind of small amount of something that would be good to use in this. But there's like a tub tile cleaner. There is a all-purpose cleaner. And then there is also the glass cleaner. So I have a 3-pack of bottles, and then all you do is you take the entire contents of one of these bottles, you pour it in here, you add water, and I just give mine a little bit of a shake, and then it's good to go. That cleaner then lasts months. And then when you go to reorder, you don't have to reorder this glass bottle. You only buy this one time. You just reorder your cleaner sets. And I'm pretty sure that you can also buy just single cleaners if you want. I find that I usually go through these cleaners for the most part pretty consistently all at the same time. So when it comes time to order them, I just order the new set. And storing this, if I don't need a ton of it, is way easier than storing a bunch of big extra cleaning supplies. Another product that I really like, speaking of their glass bottles, is their soap dispensers. This is just a regular liquid soap dispenser. They also have the foam soap variety. I have noticed, and I will tell you this, that I really like the Grove soaps. They come in these pouches, and then you just pour it in, good to go. If you do happen to swap out your Grove soap for something like Mrs. Meyer's, which I also really love, the Mrs. Meyer's soap is a little thicker. So the one thing I would tell you is this soap dispenser, it's pretty narrow at the top. And so a thicker liquid soap doesn't come out quite as easily. You have to push this pump a little harder, but you can still definitely use other brand soaps, not just Grove soaps. But I really like it because it looks pretty on my counters. And then also I just got away from all of those soaps that I would get at, all the stores where they smell really good. I don't really want to necessarily name a brand here, but I replaced all of those plastic containers, and I just started buying liquid soap that was natural and eco-friendly and started putting it in these bottles instead. And I have these at our kitchen sink here, and I also have them in each of our bathrooms, and I love these. And then another swap I wanted to share with you was I used to use those like the plastic handled, you put on the individual little dusters, and you would use those and then you would just throw them out. That is definitely a swap that I wanted to make. This is a Grove product from a line that's called Full Circle that they carry. I have a lot of Full Circle products at this point, and I love them all. But what I like about this is a bamboo and sustainable plastic material here. And then this duster part, you just unhook it here. You can toss this, you can take this off and just toss it right in your washer. I love that, and I will tell you this, since I switched to cleaning products, I used to one of the reasons I didn't mind those other throwaways was because I was cleaning with some toxic materials, toxic chemicals, and I wouldn't have ever wanted to throw something that was saturated in a toxic kind of cleaning material into my washer. But now that I am using clean ingredients, I don't have that kind of issue at all. I can use this with my Method wood cleaner, like a little spray of that, or even just dry on its own. It works really well. I throw it in the washer. I've actually put it in the dryer before too. I have no issues with this, and I love it, and it was just a really good swap for me. And then one other product I wanted to show you that is also Full Circle is my dish brush. So there are two things I love about it. Three things. The bamboo handle I love. It just never gets worn down looking or bad looking. It always looks nice. And what you do is you just take off this bottom portion of it, you put some soap in it, add some water, scrub it up. There's a little push button here so it helps dispense your soap. You scrub it all up. It also comes, you can get like a more of a spongy kind of abrasive brush top too. And then when you're ready to clean it, or like if you want to throw it in your dishwasher, if it needs to be replaced, there's just a button right here that pulls it off, and then you just keep this whole brush. You only ever really have to replace this top, and it's just so much better sometimes than, you know, having a sponge that you use a couple times and then completely throw away. So I love this product too. These are just a couple of the sustainability swabs that I would recommend if you want to do your part to start slowly easing back on using single-use products that you just toss out as soon as you're done using them. And once again, if you do subscribe to something like Grove like I did, you will just start getting all kinds of ideas of other things that you can do to swap out that are so much better for the environment. So again, I've really enjoyed being able to show you what we're doing, and I would love to find out what you're doing in your own home. That's it for today. For more sustainable living ideas, hit subscribe.